Hey everyone, we're going to start off the workout with a nice foam rolling and lacrosse ball circuit. It consists of 8 exercises. We're pretty much going to get our body warmed up, prepped and primed to start doing movement. So, let's get going. We'll be starting off with our calves. I like to take a bottom-up approach when I'm foam rolling, so this is the first thing that we do. I tend to start on the ground, work our way up to the top where we'll be finishing up with the wall and a lacrosse ball. First thing we do, we're going to place the foam roller right at the bottom of your leg. So pretty much it's going to be by your Achilles. Once you do that, you want to place your other leg over the leg that's on top of the foam roller. Hands are coming down to the ground. I personally like to lift my body weight up, so you just move back and forth when I'm foam rolling. When we're foam rolling, I break my leg into 3 sections. Bottom third, middle third, top third. You want to work in a small section because you get to focus on that small area and really help loosen that up. Let me show you what it looks like. So, getting set, we're going to roll back and forth in that bottom third. Make sure you move in more than just an up and down motion. You can hit it on the side, on both sides. Doesn't matter, the muscle's 3D, so try to get as many spots that you can. You may be sore in one spot more than the other. You'll do 6 to 8 passes in that bottom third. Work your way up to the middle third, then the top third. After that, switch legs. Up next, we have our quads. Same rules apply in terms of breaking down our quad into 3 sections as it does for the calves. So, same thing, bottom third, middle third. Now, when you're getting set with the foam roller, you want to place it right in front of your knee. You never roll your knee, you don't need to. We're focusing on the muscle when we do this. After that, lay the quad right on the foam roller and have your forearms down on the ground. From here, work that bottom third just like I said. Up and down. You can move sideways, kind of more a little bit on the inside of your quad, getting a little bit of the adductors, going closer to the outside, near your IT, but not really hitting it. From there, you do 6 to 8 passes in that bottom third, work your way up to that middle third, and finally going all the way to the top, working that top third. 6 to 8 passes, then you're moving on to the other leg. Our third exercise that we'll be doing for the foam rolling series is working on the inside of our legs. Muscles are known as the adductor group. When you get set, you want to get set how you would for rolling out your quads. Just place the foam roller right beside your body. I make sure that it's in the middle of where my hip lays. From there, coming down to our forearms, I'm bringing this leg up. There's a 90-degree angle from my quad and calf. What I do, I like to press down with my knee towards the ground, so I'm adding more pressure onto this foam roller as I roll in. Now, it depends on the person. You may not feel tightness here. Someone else that you may know may feel tighter. Depends on the person's body and their stress throughout their daily lives. Same thing, you can break this down to 3 sections. Closer to the edge, going to the middle, and finish, last but not least, finishing up around the top. We're doing 6 to 8 passes in each section, switching legs, then moving on to the next exercise. Alright guys, so next thing we'll be doing, we'll be working on foam rolling our glutes. There's 2 ways to do it. You can do it with the lacrosse ball or the foam roller. I'm going to show you both just in case your gym doesn't have a lacrosse ball. You can buy this at Amazon, it's pretty cheap. I paid for 2 balls maybe, I'd say about $2–3, so check it out there. Alright, so you're going to place this ball right under one glute and sit on it. This is painful, it's going to be tight for a lot of people, so just bear in mind that you don't want to put too much weight on your body when you're doing this. You're going to lift the leg in which the ball is under and place it on top of your other knee. From here, you're just pretty much going to roll around your glute. Wherever it feels tight, you want to stay there for a little bit, move around. As you can see, I'm squinting, this is painful. Alright, after you do that, you're going to do the other cheek. This is one way. Next way, in case you don't have a lacrosse ball, you can use the foam roller. Same thing, you're going to sit on the foam roller and just lean your body to one side. I also just place this leg up so there's more pressure on it, and I'm just moving around. Same old thing. This won't get as deep as the lacrosse ball, but if you can't use a lacrosse ball, you got to work with what you got. Alright? Up next, we're going to do our lats. This will be painful for a lot of people, especially if you don't move a lot. I don't see you parkour guys having any issues with moving because you guys are always jumping and doing crazy things, which I commend and I respect a lot. There's I saw a fly flying, but whatever. So when you get set, you're gonna place the foam roller right by your armpit, right? You want the back leg to lay nice and flat. So let's say you're doing your left side, your right leg will be bent and your foot is flat. From here, make sure most of your weight is moving backwards. I like to go from here. You're pretty much gonna move down from your armpit down to your nipple line. Not moving much, but this will be very effective. You can do 6 to 8 passes while you're doing this. I also like to find a spot that feels tight and go sideways, as well as move my arm with my palm facing down. Then I bring my palm up, facing up, going back behind my body. You can do that 4 times and then go back up and down. After you do 6 to 8 rolls on one side, you switch over to the other side. Alright guys, up next we got T-spine extension. We have 3 sections of our spine. We have a cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine. We're looking to get some more extension out of our thoracic spine just because of the fact that a lot of people have lower back issues because they don't have much mobility that we need throughout our thoracic spine. Alright, I'll say less. Now when you get set, you want to get set with the foam roller right below your shoulder blade, the bottom part of your shoulder blade. You're going to come down, make sure the foam roller is right below that. Your feet are flat, knees are bent. You're going to put both your hands behind your head and bring your elbows in. For the sake of the video, I'm going to keep my right arm down just so that you can see me and hear me. Now from here, you're going to focus on breathing. Just like you go see in the first video, the supine belly breathing, same principles apply. So you're going to breathe in through your nose, fill your stomach up with air. As you breathe out, you're going to bring your head back towards the back of the floor and breathe out. Come right back up. Take another deep breath. Go right back down again. You can hang out around here for a couple of seconds. It'll feel good. You'll feel a nice little stretch. Come back up. I want you guys doing 6 to 8 reps again of this, and then move on to the PECS. We're going to roll out our PECS with the lacrosse ball. Nice way to do it. You always want to start with the ball in between your shoulder and where your chest meet. That's where the pec minor is, and that's what's usually tight on people. It comes down to how we live our lives. We live in a world where we're always pushing forward, and when we sit, when we drive, our shoulders tend to run forward because we get tired and lazy. It's not something that we can avoid, it's just something that we can be aware of and try to work on as we continue to live. Alright guys, you want to find a wall that has nothing around it so you guys can move with it. What you want to do first with this ball, before you place it on the wall, bend your knees slightly just so that you have more leverage with this ball when it moves. Because if you do it standing, you're going to have to come up onto your tippy toes, and it's very uncomfortable and you won't hit the spots. First step, bend your knees, place the ball between your chest and shoulder, and you want to make sure that the side that where the ball's at, you're putting more pressure and weight on it. I like to bring my hands against the wall, and I'm just rolling around, feeling what's tight. Does hurt some spots, I'm tight. That's just how it goes. I worked out yesterday, it happens. You can move the arm where the ball's at, up, down, side to side, fill it out. If it feels tight, it's a good thing, just keep moving. Same thing, 6 to 8 passes, and then you do the other side. Then you move on to the last thing we'll be doing with the lacrosse ball, which is our upper traps. Last but not least, we'll be using the lacrosse ball to work on our upper traps. Make sure you stay between your spine and the end of your shoulder. Avoid hitting your spine. It's a very sensitive spot. You don't want to mess with any nerves that run down that whole canal. Saying that, we're going to get set with putting the ball right beside the spine. Bend your knees when you get set on the wall. Same thing for the pec. You want to have leverage and just put weight on the ball. From here, you're going to go side to side, left to right. Do that about 6 to 8 times, and you can see how I'm kind of shifting down, just kind of moving with the ball. If it feels tight in one spot, same thing, just move around, see what feels good. You're going to do that 6 to 8 times, then switch sides.